We've reached a point where being genuine feels like a crime and cruelty is just another form of entertainment. But why? Why are we so quick to shut each other down? Why has detachment become our default? Let's talk about how Gen Z has become a generation afraid of authenticity and why this culture of cruelty isn't making us stronger, it's making us lonelier. It starts with the internet, a place where we can say anything to anyone without ever having to face the consequences. Would we say half the things we do online to someone's face? Probably not. Social media tricks us into thinking we're anonymous, but nothing online is truly private, and when there are no consequences, cruelty becomes easy. But it's not just anonymity, it's the way we feed off each other. Once one cruel comment is made, others pile on. Cancel culture thrives on this. Sometimes it's about accountability, but a lot of the time it's just for sport. People attack not because they care, but because they want to be part of something. And in a world where we feel increasingly disconnected, being part of a mob can feel like belonging. And then there's the algorithm. Social media platforms don't care if content is kind or cruel, just that it gets engagement. The most extreme opinions, insults, and jokes get the most interaction, so people chase controversy for clout. Even arguing with a hateful post makes it spread further. Toxicity isn't just tolerated, it's incentivized. Humor has always been a way to cope, but for Gen Z, it's gone further. We use jokes to deal with everything: trauma, pain, even the absurdity of life itself. But some jokes cross the line. Nothing is off limits because the goal isn't to be funny, it's to be shocking. And when people call it out, the response is always the same. It's just a joke. But if a joke only works by making someone else suffer, is it really that funny? The truth is, we've seen so much cruelty online that it started to feel normal. The person behind the screen isn't real to us, just another username. And it's not just the internet. We grew up watching everything collapse in real time. A pandemic that locked us inside, climate disasters that only seem to get worse, economic instability that makes the future feel uncertain, technology advancing so fast we barely have time to adapt. Instead of dealing with it, we numb ourselves with irony, detachment, and empathy. And then there's the fear of being vulnerable. We've built a culture where the safest way to exist is to be detached and ironic, because caring is cringe. For many, it's a way to cope. Gen Z struggles with mental health more than any other generation, but instead of processing emotions, we take it out on others. Misery loves company, and dragging someone else down is easier than dealing with our own pain. And then there's the way we see each other. A growing mindset is treating people as NPCs, non-playable characters, instead of real humans. When we see each other as background characters, their struggles don't matter. A lot of online cruelty is disguised as just my opinion or being honest. Genuine criticism is necessary, but it often turns into unnecessary cruelty. Many don't know the difference between expressing an opinion and actively harming someone.
Social media made y'all way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it.
But at some point, we have to ask ourselves, do we really want to be a generation that only knows how to tear down but not build up? Because if the only thing we know how to do is hate, we're never going to create anything worth loving. We've created a culture where cruelty is casual and kindness is cringe. But it doesn't have to stay that way. And maybe, just maybe, it's time to try something different.